on and it's hurting me. So I apologize for saying y'all are dusty. I apologize for that. But my message is clear. Y'all are hurting and you desperately need to talk to someone.
Sorry, we called you dusty.
As a black woman, I see you. I have been there for you. I have dedicated my life.
Done everything. We tried to tell her. We tried to tell her. Worst therapist of all time gets fired. Real world repercussions for online behavior. Let's get into it.
Well, hello. It's your friendly neighborhood therapist who thought she could save these hoes, but got her job terminated as a result. Story time? I think yes. Shit you not, I posted a video on Monday telling men that their dusty behavior is only harming them and that they would benefit from emotional intelligence, and I shit you not, by Friday, didn't have employment. All of this started with a Psychology Today article stating that men are lonelier than ever because they have no fucking emotional skills. And I agreed and doubled down and told y'all that y'all lives would radically improve if you expanded the shit that came out your mouth. But instead of healing, y'all will do anything but that. Instead of being accountable like, hey, this bitch see me, and stirred a little bit, y'all got so hurt that you contacted Massa. That's exactly what happened. So first the post goes viral on Twitter. Cause y'all need fucking help. And y'all wanted to argue with bitches blue till they fucking blue in the face. Some of you hoes is not gonna be saved. And that's the conclusion that I've come to. So because this shit's gone viral, I'm thinking, okay, cool. We starting a discussion on mental health and people are, you might not like my fucking delivery, but motherfuckers is starting to talk, you know, shaking the tables. I don't give a fuck. But then it turns into this entire crusade of attacking a black woman who serves the fucking black community. There were comments like, I'm gonna find her credentials and report her because I told y'all to be better. Yeah, y'all are fucking weird. Y'all scream that y'all want to protect women, protect black women specifically, but have done nothing to protect this black woman who has been serving the communities. I have been violated in several areas and I'm gonna outline each one. This article was written by a fucking black woman, putting my full government and my place of employment. So being doxxed by a black woman can't fake, kind of fucking hurts. And she never once reached out to me or contacted me so I could spend my side of the story. This is the article that spooked my fucking job and got me fired. Not only does she not have any regard for my safety, many other articles have been written as a result. Here are a few of them, just to name a few. Black Twitter has words for therapists scolding men to...
Yeah, it looks like a lot of those are the same article.
Go to fucking therapy. Y'all attacked me and got mad at me because I wanted better for y'all. That's the most crab in the barrel bucket type bullshit I've ever heard in my fucking life. A plethora of black men decided to take it upon themselves to call my employment to get me fired. You succeeded, but you succeeded in not the way that you think. If it's one thing about black women is that we're incredibly resilient. This just cleared the table to give me space and opportunity to educate the masses while shaking our asses to healing because y'all got mad because I wanted you to do better. I was told they consulted with shareholders and decided to terminate my contract because I told y'all to go to therapy. That's the world we live in.
Consulting the masses while shaking your asses. Yes, you shall. Hey, this is what happens. We tried to say, look, you can't talk like this. It seems to be that for some reason, the only group of people that gets berated like this, that gets shit on without thinking that there's any repercussions is black men. Like, why can't we get this together? You know, we always talk about, I was looking on Twitter, there was a lot of comparison between this situation and Kevin Samuels. They said Kevin Samuels talked rough to women and this woman talked rough to men. It's the same thing, right? Wrong. She is a professional licensed therapist who was shitting on the black men that actually propelled her to the place that she is now. Now, mind you, she's a new therapist. She just started, she just graduated in 2021 is what I'm thinking. Like, what part of this don't you get? And see, this is a generational divide too. There's a generational divide here. For the first time, millennials and Gen Z are entering the workforce and realizing that this world has real life repercussions. You can't just go out there and say anything you want to say because you think you can say it. As long as you have employment with massa, as you say. And then there's something, she still figured out some way to blame it on black men. There's no, somebody mentioned it before. Is there a button on the call-in line at your employer that says, press 2 if you are a black man, press 3 if you are not? No, there isn't. So how the hell do you know it was black men that were calling? You know, I saw plenty of black women that were upset with you. In fact, you even admitted in this video that the thing that got you fired was the shareholders getting a hold of that article. Now, that is something we do know. I just want you to know this is not the correct way to go. We saw you so remorseful in the other video, remember? You remember that?
So you can heal the generational trauma that has been inflicted upon you since our arrival in this country. The black family has been systematically dismantled.
Where'd all that go? All those crocodile tears are gone now. We were right not to trust that apology that came out because you have proven right here that you went right back to the misandric views that you hold. We're gonna need to make women a little more familiar with the word misandry. Because as much as they throw misogyny and misogynoir around, we have to also understand that there are women that carry a deep level of contempt for men in general and black men in specific. Yeah, you might be one of them. So I ask you, as a grown adult here, because this is my problem. You didn't handle your professional credentials as an adult, a professional adult would. And so I understand it sucks to lose your job. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. But the fact of the matter is, there has to be consequences for people who step out of line and act like this. Let's take a look at how she was acting.
You need to expand your emotional vocabulary. It's so your life can be easier. Don't you want to be able to communicate with your bitch? I think yes.
Communicate with your bitch. That's what you wanted to say. That's how you wanted to place this. And you assume, this is the problem, you assume that black men all speak the same, that we're all coming from the same place, that we all suffer from the same trauma. Sure, we have some commonality. There is some commonality into our experiences, but you lowering us to a lowest common denominator by putting us all in the same category of men that hurt you or men who need therapy, men who should be in therapy, is patronizing. It's patronizing at the highest level. So this is what you get.
Right? Long gone are the days where you can just shut down. Bitches is not tolerating that. Like, it used to be where men provided financially or...
And I said it before, it sounds like you're patronizing, even in your choice of words, to talk like this. To talk like this, like you're talking to somebody that's stupid. You act like all of us run around here calling women bitches. You would whine up and down if that was a common thing, that men was out here just bitch, 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 bitch. Yeah. You'd have something to say about that. And you just assume, because you hear it in rap music, that all black men are rappers. Well, when are we going to get to the point where we realize that all black men are not the same? We're not all rappers. There's a large swath of black men that get underrepresented in the population. And therefore, you feel comfortable in saying things like this. You feel comfortable in making proclamations like this.
Or with Schmeat, and bitches can make...
Talking about Schmeat. Like, what we're lowered down to just our dick. Is that what you're saying? That's a woman. Let's hear that again.
It used to be where men provided financially or with Schmeat, and bitches can make...
Money and dick. That's what you're lowering us down to, right? That's what you think. You talk about people stereotyping black men when you are the main person that was stereotyping black men. 100%.
they own self come and we can pay for our own shit. So I'm gonna need y'all to catch up.
And so basically black men are useless now. Now that you can make yourself come and you can pay for your own shit. Is that what you think? That's all you think. That's the base level of your problem. Is that you reduced human beings down to money and dick. And you wonder why you got fired. I think it's clear now.
The emotional part. If a bitch is telling you, I need you to communicate more, open your fucking mouth. But you know what I realized? And let me back up. A common misconception about me as a clinician is that 90% of my clientele have been men. Black men specifically. And what we specifically work on is expanding their emotional vocabulary, because a lot of y'all motherfuckers don't even have the words to express how you're feeling. So when you expand your vocabulary and knowledge of what you are experiencing, because y'all are human beings who experience feelings and emotions and don't have to choke that shit down no more. Y'all ain't had to choke that shit down since 2016.
And you're assuming that everybody's choking it down. That's what the problem is. Oh, yeah, all black men are choking their emotions down. Yeah. All right.
Anyway, if y'all are not in therapy, expanding your emotional vocabulary, your life just off top is going to be more difficult. When you expand your emotional vocabulary, you expand your awareness of yourself. When you expand your emotional vocabulary, you understand how you can navigate in this bitch. This fucking weird ass world that is so hard on y'all. Like, let's acknowledge that the world is very difficult for y'all, but y'all are not making it any easier, bruh. You're not. When bitches are telling y'all to go to therapy, it's not for us, it's for y'all sad motherfuckers.
Okay, so everybody's sad. That's what you said? You just assuming that everybody's sad. That's what's going on here. And that's the problem. That's the problem. A few videos ago, I wasn't sure about why exactly. I was like, maybe she was having a bad day. No, it's baked in. And you think this is okay. This is why you are unremorseful in your apology. This is why you basically make the apology about what they need to do to serve you. Black men need to do to serve you. This is why this story caught. And you wanted to go viral. This is another thing we haven't talked about. You wanted to go viral. But you got it out of the way you didn't need.
Go to therapy. Talk about that shit that's on your chest. You don't have to choke that shit down no more. Y'all are doing a disservice to yourself. And so let me sum this shit up. Y'all told bitches to elevate our standards. And at the cost of us elevating y'all standards, y'all got axed because y'all didn't elevate.
And see, what are you talking about? Black men getting axed because you elevated your standards. Where are these standards? Standards are still in the fucking basement if you really want to be honest. So this is what I'm saying. There's a narrative that's going on in your head that doesn't quite match up with actual fact. The reality, actual reality.
Either. Bitches are not tolerating emotional abuse, emotional neglect. Step it up. Go talk to somebody. Go expand your emotional vocabulary so your life can be better, bitch. All right.
And you called people bitches. You're trying to help people that you're calling bitches. This is what I'm saying. You don't understand. You don't even understand. You put this together with the rest of that TikTok, you got grounds for firing and your license.
Go in peace. Say.
Slap your ass, go in peace. Okay, all right. They say it's the internet. They say it's all fun and games. Oh, I gotta go viral. This is the only way I can cut through.
Well, hello. It's your friendly neighborhood therapist who thought she could save these hoes, but got her job terminated as a result. Story time? I think yes.
That's what happens. That's what happens when you have an employer. And you would have known this if you had had some experience in the field, if you had stepped out there. Honestly, I don't think any other, I don't think you should be employed by anywhere else. Not for this job. You should go into another field or do what you were trying to do here, be a clout chasing TikTok influencer. Because that seems to be where you were headed anyway. So why not jump right in? I tell you, you keep talking trash about black people, you're going to be deplatformed on there too. So,
shit you not, I posted a video on Monday telling men that their dusty behavior is only harming them and that they would benefit from emotional intelligence. And I shit you not, by Friday, didn't have employment.
Right. So once again, you've pushed it off on the other people. You've pushed it off on the black men that somehow their dusty behavior is something that you can pinpoint because you know all black men. You've experienced all black men and what they're going through because of your 1 year of experience. This is fucking ridiculous. And however much time you spent in school, I'll give you some extra credit time for your internship and your time in school.
All of this started with a Psychology Today article stating that men are lonelier than ever because they have.
And if you didn't done your research, you would see how flawed that article was. You would see that there was bias in the writing of that article. There was motive in the writing of that article. But no, you just ran off with it. No fact checking. Just you had a hunch. And you knew that black men would be a good punching bag that wouldn't punch back. Right? Because traditionally, that's how it's been in this online culture, if we're honest. But no more. No more. We've got black women that were out here, riders, especially the woman that wrote this article. She's like, oh, no. This is unacceptable. Professionals in the field that saw your content and realized probably, this is a bad reflection on my profession. I'm supposed to be creating an environment where black men feel comfortable coming in to actually talk about their emotions, to talk about their issues. You dashed all of that. Yeah, you can wear that jacket. Put it on your shoulders because it's you who did that and you who brought this thing on. And I think in therapy, at a certain point, they're going to get to it. And you're going to have to take accountability for what you brought onto yourself.
No fucking emotional skills. And I agreed and doubled down and told y'all that y'all lives would radically improve if you expanded the shit that came out your mouth. But instead of healing, y'all will do anything but that.
Okay, you see that? That contempt that came out after you all need to do this. You all need to do this. Well, what do you need to do? You mentioned in some other videos that you had some unresolved issues that you haven't dealt with. Do you think that could contribute to the bias that you're exhibiting here?
Instead of being accountable, like, hey, this bitch see me, and stirred a little bit, y'all got so hurt. So hurt.
Because that's how all black men talk. This bitch see me. This bitch right here see me. She see me, y'all. Like, we asked you to do any of that. Nobody asked you to do any damn thing. But you wanted the attention, so you got the attention now. Now deal with the consequences.
That you contacted Massa. That's
Oh, so black men contacted Massa. Oh, okay. Sounds ridiculous. If you are a black man calling, please identify yourself. If you're a black man calling to make a complaint, please identify yourself by pressing 3. No. How the fuck do you know who called in? Because there were plenty of black women that saw the bullshit that you were pushing out here and saw how you were talking about a specific group of men that you claim to be helping, that you claim to be putting in some type of big political statement for, some push for them to help themselves so that they can then help black women. Yeah, it sounds like you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Exactly what happened. So first the post goes viral on Twitter because y'all need fucking help. And y'all wanted to argue with bitches blue.
And that's what you wanted. You wanted the clout. You definitely wanted the clout.
So they fucking blew in the face. Some of you hoes is not going to be saved. And that's the conclusion that I've come to.
Okay. But if they don't want to be saved, then what the hell are you doing trying to save them? Who died and made you the savior. This is what I'm trying to say. This is a self-importance piece here that she's not understanding. She's not getting. It's narcissism. It's egomania. All of that. I'm not a therapist, so I'm not going to give you that, but it's definitely looking like that.
So because this shit's gone viral, I'm thinking, okay, cool, we starting a discussion on mental health, and people are, you might not like my fucking delivery, but motherfuckers is starting to talk, you know, shaking the tables, I don't give a fuck. But then,
oh, but you do give a fuck. That's why you on here. That's why you on here hurt. Yeah, you ain't crying no more. You ain't putting out no fake tears. You're not crying without a tear dropping in this video. And it's funny, it's just snapping day by day. Like, you're just mood swings. But this is the consistent flavor of your responses. This is the consistency that I see here. Is this misandry that you have. These misandrous views that you have that have been given to you and told that they are successful, but they are not told that all black men are this way. You know, I haven't heard you make any exception for anybody, but somehow you're supposed to be reaching out and helping them. But what if they don't suffer from these things that you are saying? What if they don't suffer from these disorders that you have put upon them? It could be viewed as ignorant.
It turns into this entire crusade of attacking a black woman who's...
Oh, now she's the victim. Now she's the victim because everybody attacked the black woman now. Oh, they attacked the black woman that we're supposed to be protecting, remember? Yeah. That's how she spun this again. Spinning.
Serves the fucking black community. There were comments like, I'm gonna find her credentials and report her because I told y'all to be better. Yeah, y'all are fucking weird. Y'all.
Somebody else is weird here. Like, I just gotta be honest. Like, let's be honest here. The people who responded to what you put out there, how are they the weird ones? Seems like the person who dreamed this up in her head is also quite weird. I mean, I'm just saying. Scream
that y'all want to protect women, protect black women specifically, but have done nothing to protect this black woman who has been serving the communities.
Why do you feel like you deserve any protection right now? After you drop bombs on black men. Why? I showed in one of the videos, you had more than just that one post that went viral that was kicking specifically black men's back end. And somehow now they're supposed to turn around and protect you. This is the disconnect. You know, and the crazy thing is that black men are actually in a place that black men would protect you. They do not give a damn. If it really came down to it, if it was really a situation of life or death, you would find most black men, even with the bullshit she said, would still protect her. That might be something that needs to be talked about in therapy.
Been violated in
matter of fact, there are some dudes on Twitter defending her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, literally. No, she's talking about you too, buddy. I don't think you understand.
Several areas, and I'm gonna outline each one.
Okay.
This article was written by a fucking black woman, putting my full government and my place of employment. So being doxxed by a black woman, can't fake, kinda fucking hurts, and she never once reached out to me or contacted me so I could spin my side of the story.
Because she saw exactly what you said. Did you seem like somebody that deserved her to help you? No, she said Black America responds to the therapist who scolds black men for not going to therapy. That's what she said. She's within her rights, within her freedom of speech to make that observation and to observe what it is. I read the article. Besides her putting your government name out there and your place of employment, which I would not advise, she absolutely had a right to do what she did. Because you started this. There's going to be some accountability here, one way or another. Or else you're going to live your life in denial. This lesson has to be learned.
This is the article that spooked my fucking job and got me fired.
As it should.
Not only does she not have any regard for my safety, many other articles have been written as a result. Here are a few of them, just to name a few. Black Twitter has words for therapists scolding men to go to fucking therapy. Y'all attacked me and got mad at me because I wanted better for y'all. That's the most crab in the barrel bucket type bullshit I've ever heard in my fucking life.
Nope, it's crabs in a barrel to even have this. In the hopes of getting likes on TikTok. To have this whole discussion. Can we talk about it? Were you thinking about the crabs in a barrel when you started making these statements about black men? At all? That's what I want to know.
A plethora of black men decided to take it upon themselves to call my employment to get me fired. Okay, you succeeded.
So it was black men that did it. Okay, all right. She's dead set on this. Okay, so she's dead set on this. She's just assuming it was black men. I mean, the safe thing would have been to say it was black men and black women, but what the hell?
But you succeeded in not the way that you think. If it's one thing about black women is that we're incredibly resilient. This just cleared the table to give me space and opportunity to educate the masses while shaking our asses to healing because y'all got mad because I wanted you to do better.
Well, we already know you wanted to have a website that you could do your therapist thing on your own. That's the real rub of this. You probably didn't want the job in the first place, which is probably why you said your clientele that was 90% male will switch to female. 90% female. So yeah, handle your online business. Do your thing. Absolutely. I wish you the best. But you know what? This is going to follow you, and it should. It should for a reason. Because you have to learn this lesson.
I was told they consulted with shareholders and decided to terminate my contract because I told y'all to go to therapy. That's the world we live in.
You told them to go to therapy, and what you admitted was colorful language, right? And they called them bitches on the way out. This is what I'm saying. Who raised you? What is going on? It's called, you don't know how to talk to men. Well, then there's that. There's a lot of denial. There's a lot of, I don't know what this is called. This is just a real dose of what's to come, right? There are real life consequences for real life actions. But you're not going to be able to pawn this off on somebody just mistreated you, black men did this to you. You're going to have to deal with this. You're going to have to live up to this. Like, this is not, it's not okay. It's not okay. But like I said, you're going to have to live with this. So anyway, if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification for all uploads. This is Faucette Media.